Good morning, this is Coon News, back again with another Sunday special. This time, a look into the world of bees.
Or lack thereof. Bees are rapidly declining in numbers for many reasons. The most alarming of these reasons are pesticides, specifically neonicotinoids, used on crops. To think, the plants we need to pollinate, bees to pollinate, are the same things killing them. To learn more about these, we're going to go over to Macy.
I have the leading scientist on pesticide research, Dr. Theo B. Ardian, here with me today to teach us more about these neonicotinoids and how they affect bees. So, Theo, what are these neonicotinoids?
Well, Macy, neonicotinoids are a water-soluble pesticide with a chemical makeup similar to nicotine. Farmers plant seeds laced with neonicotinoids to kill any pests that try to eat their crops, because planting seeds laced with pesticides is cheaper and takes less effort than spraying an entire field.
So, how do these neonicotinoids affect bees?
Well, because neonicotinoids aren't spray pesticides, but grown already laced with pesticide, every part of the plant becomes toxic, including the pollen that the bees spread from plant to plant and turn into honey.
And then the pollen kills the bees?
That's what we believe. The pesticides indirectly kill bees by impairing their navigation, learning, and motor skills, and harm the overall health of bee colonies. It's also believed that neonicotinoids are linked to CCD, or colony collapse disorder, but because of the many variables involved with field testing, it's hard to know.
Well, why aren't we just banning the use of neonicotinoids?
Like with many things, it isn't that simple. Neonicotinoids are the most used class of insecticides there is, making up 25% of insecticides, roughly. But the major concern with banning neonicotinoids is that farmers will switch to other, more dangerous pesticides. Despite environmental concerns of neonicotinoids, they are a much preferable option to more lethal pesticides, such as DDT or monocrotophos.
That's certainly unfortunate.
But that's only one issue. Neonicotinoids are water-soluble. Rainwater contaminated with neonicotinoids from a farm drain into creeks and rivers, affecting more than just pollinators, but the entire local ecosystem. It's an issue, and an alternative must be found.
Wait, aren't you a chemist, Dr. Theo? What does chemistry have to do with this?
Well, Macy, the basis of all pesticides is a chemical compound, and depending on the chemical makeup of a pesticide, the pesticide kills pests in different chemical ways. In my research, I'm not just trying to prove that neonicotinoids are fatal to bees, but I'm also testing to understand why and how neonicotinoids are chemically killing bees.
I suppose the first step to understanding how neonicotinoids affect bees is to understand how pesticides kill pests.
Precisely. Neonicotinoids are, as I said previously, chemically similar to nicotine. Neonicotinoids kill pests by targeting postsynaptic nicotine receptors that occur in insects and are located in the central nervous system. The pesticide causes biphasic response in target insects, then a complete block of nerve transmission. But these symptoms just don't occur in bees.
Then what does happen?
That's what I'm trying to figure out through my research. Bing! Well, it seems I need to go. Farewell.
Thank you, Dr. Theo. Now back to our news anchor, Jackie.
It's one thing to know bees are going extinct, but it's another thing to know why bees are so important. What's the fuss about? Well, bees are imperative to the environment in many ways. They spread pollen from plant to plant, aiding thousands of plant species.
Without bees, plants would have to pollinate through wind, and airborne pollination is a slow, unreliable process. Plants wouldn't be able to grow fast enough to meet the nutritional demands of herbivores. Less bees means less plants. Less plants means less herbivores, and so on and so forth. The food chain would be off the rails.
And not just the ecosystem, but the economy would be damaged as well. Without bees to pollinate crops, agriculturists would lose $30 billion. There would be a global food shortage, and the fruits and vegetables would become dramatically more expensive. With the bees' extinction, life as we know it would perish as well. Our lives depend upon bees, and we ought to do our part to help them.
Now, how do you think we could try to prevent all this from happening?
Ah!
Ah!
I've done it! I figured out the bees using chemistry.
Theo, how on earth did you get in here?
Through the door, naturally. You have to let me show your viewers my discovery.
Oh, well, sure. Dr. Theo, what is it that you found?
An idea, mostly, on how we can make a difference for bees in the future.
Oh,
All I need to do is figure out a way to make neonicotinoids not affect the pollen of plants.
how are you going to do that?
I don't know yet, but the first step to finding a solution is an idea on how to solve it.
Well then, this has been a Coon News switching off for a commercial break.